Coming up next, the NBA's reopening continues. The Rockets and Mavericks meet up in the bubble, but focus only on one side of the ball. And James Harden is unstoppable. Baseball, which has already restarted, has another team with players testing positive. I'll tell you who. These stories and more are coming up on Full Sail Live. Welcome to Full Sail Live. I am Monty Griffin. The NBA has its first full slate of games in the bubble on Friday night. Thursday night, they only had two with the Lakers and Jazz coming out on top. Tonight, there will be 6 games. The marquee matchup being the Houston Rockets against the Dallas Mavericks. James Harden was late coming into the bubble. Would he be ready tonight? And most importantly, was this a defense-optional game? James Harden doesn't need the intros. He's just here to chew bubblegum and score. And he's out of bubblegum. Don't worry, he'll get up. Next, Harden gets a loose ball, and he goes coast to coast. Nice. Harden again, no one around him. You know, he used to be an MVP. And a 3. Big first quarter for Harden. He had 20. Wait, no, make that 23. With no one playing defense in this game, it is 61-58 in the second quarter. Tim Hardaway Jr. with a tray. Luka Doncic decides to get involved. Even though the Mavs are up, James Harden decides he wants more. Late, the Rockets need a miracle. Robert Covington tips it in. Overtime. Harden and the Rockets take over in overtime. They win 153-149. Harden finished with 49 points.
Hey, James, take us through the tip by Robert Covington when you missed the free throw and he came in there and got it done.
Unbelievable play. Him and PJ communicated, what they were going to do, on the offensive rebound. Honestly, I didn't mean to miss it. I intended to make it. It was just a perfect miss. They did an unbelievable job of moving the Dallas bigs around and was able to tip the ball in.
The St. Louis Cardinals had at least 4 players test positive for coronavirus. They joined the Miami Marlins as the only teams to have players test positive during the season. Friday and Saturday games against Milwaukee Brewers have been postponed. Cardinals have instructed all players and staff to self-isolate in their hotel rooms. They're the first team to have a positive test outside the East Coast. Commissioner Rob Manfred has told the Players Union the sport does not do a better job of containing the virus. It could shut down. Still to come, the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks had a tight game with a huge makeup call at the end. Also, any team that signs Antonio Brown have to wait a few games for him to actually play. His suspension numbers end. You are watching Full Sail Live. Welcome back. The Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks started their seasons tonight. Giannis Antetokounmpo was definitely up for the challenge, and he also had a major second chance at the end of the game. Giannis was having a special season before the stoppage. Can he keep this up? Here's Giannis with the ball. He looks already in mid-season form. Here he is again in the first quarter. And he makes Celtic coach Brad Stevens take a timeout. Jason Tatum blocked by Brook Lopez. Giannis gets it. He gives it up, but he finishes the break. It's a Giannis clinic. The Bucks are up 64-58 at halftime. Don't forget, in the NBA, there's always a comeback. Marcus Smart with a 3. Fourth period tie score. Giannis fouls out with a charge. But wait, they decide to look at it, and it's a block. Giannis gets to stay in the game. In the end, it was just too much of the Greek freak. The Bucks win 119-112. Here's Giannis.
So in the first play, once I avoided ties, I saw a wide open line, and then I saw Marcus Smart moving. So I thought he was late. That's what I thought while I fell down on the floor. But the color charge, They went back, they reviewed it. They saw that he was moving while I was in the air, and they overturned the call, so I was able to stay in the game, help my team. But either way, even if I was out of the game, I still trying to cheer my team on.
Former Pittsburgh Steelers receiver Antonio Brown has been suspended for 8 games for his off-field conduct. He'd already had an unofficial 14-game suspension last season. No teams wanted him after the Patriots released him. That might change.
Debate that, but I really would watch the Ravens and the Seahawks. I don't think Antonio Brown is done. As long as he is ready to commit to an organization, I think that an organization will be out there and one will be willing to give him a chance.
Brown can still be suspended for a sexual assault allegation from a former trainer. He's not out of the woods just yet. Thank you for joining us today on Full Sail Live. I'm Monty Griffin.